Welcome into Music Fanimal here on Fanimal Radio. I'm Tony Lombardi with my special guest today, Denny Grace and Rob Beyer from Kanye Twitty. Welcome in, guys.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
So tell us a little bit about the band, the lineup, and how you arrived at this really unique name, Kanye Twitty.
Yeah, so just for a brief history, Rob started out as a country thing back in like the early 2000s, 2002 time frame. I joined the band around 2005-ish, somewhere around there.
Okay.
2006, and we stayed as a country band for a while, and gigs were kind of far and few between after a while because there's only 3 or 4 places to play, and we decided it was kind of getting stale and wanted to change. So we kind of did a little bit of a lineup change, and he had some guys he wanted to play with that he hadn't played with for a while, and so we pieced it together. It was kind of piecemeal. It was like, we'd add one person here, one person there, and as we built this 7-piece band that we have now, it just became apparent that the country thing wasn't going to work. So we figured we have all the pieces. Let's go ahead and try to do something a little different and throw some like dance stuff in and some rock stuff in and just see what happens and see what sticks.
And that's where the name came from. It was simply when we needed something to say everything. And we figured Kanye West, Conway Twitty, we do a little bit of everything.
And you guys do.
Yeah.
They call it mashing, right?
Yeah, we do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are in another band, too, and I know the two of you are in it. Some other guys, a different lineup, Ready, Set, Go. Talk about that and talk about the differences in playlists that you guys come up with.
Well, Ready, Set, Go was kind of a branch off of an old band I was in called Faded Image. And Brian White, our bass player, when Faded Image stopped, he wanted to play still. So we're like, well, let's just put a band together and play some fun rock songs that we don't have to worry about, whether the club wants, Bruno Mars or this, that. We're going to play some old rock that we grew up on, or old country, whatever we want to play, we can play it. But we wanted it guitar based. We wanted it 80s. We wanted it early 90s. So it's me, Danny, Scott Spivey. We just added John Schweitzer from The Urge, and anybody remembers The Urge from back in the day, they just had a reunion, and Brian White from Faded Image.
So you guys are all over the place with your influences. Talk about some of your biggest influences.
So for me, the biggest band for me was Kiss. I mean, as a kid, 3 years old, my older cousins just jammed it down my throat, and my dad was a metalhead, and he was big into like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, and music was always one in the house. So
Favorite Kiss song?
Oh man.
Come on.
Probably Got to Choose. It's probably my favorite Kiss song off of Hotter Than Hell. It's my favorite thing. Yeah, I mean, love almost all of them. So
I would have never pegged you for a Kiss guy.
Oh my God!
Huge. That's
hands down.
Yes.
The biggest thing for me was Kiss. My brother had Dressed to Kill, and it was like, oh my God, what is this? And I was hooked. I was hooked until, I guess, 79, right around there, when it got a little disco-y, and then I switched over to Michael Jackson. And
Fair weather.
So the next time I see you guys play, I want to see fire coming out of your mouth.
Oh,
he can. He played. Didn't you play Gene in a tribute band?
Yeah,
he played Gene in a Kiss
I
tribute
did
band.
Gene for two shows in the band Love Gun, and I think I almost broke my ankles in the heels. It's just I didn't.
It's funny looking back on it.
Yeah, I didn't do the fire. I did the blood, but I didn't do the fire.
We have a guy in our band. He's obsessed with Paul Stanley's rants, and we just spit them out at him, and he just giggles like a little schoolgirl. It's
awesome. Yeah.
So you go from country to Kiss. Talk about some of the favorite songs that you like to play live.
So for me, and Kanye, and the song is so overplayed and everything, but I've always loved the song. Is like from my teen years, but Living on a Prayer is still my favorite thing we do. Yeah, the messages of the song is great, and Steve and I, the other guitar player, like we do like the solo and harmony, and it's kind of a showpiece for he and I to do that together. But just overall, I just love the song. So it's just, I don't know, and the crowd loves it, which is the most important thing, obviously. But it's
given that one. But I like Bohemian Rhapsody from Kanye is probably my favorite. But then like acoustic stuff, I like Let It Be. I love when he plays the guitar solo in Let It Be. Take Me Home, Country Roads. That's probably my all-time favorite song ever.
Really?
Oh yeah. My aunt, I had an aunt from. She was born and raised in Somerville, West Virginia, and she always used to say. And I just started playing guitar before she passed, and she was like, "You got to learn that song." So after she passed away, I went to her grave and played Take Me Home, Country Roads. So that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So Music Fanimal is all about supporting local artists and actually having on stage like this one on on your TV set right now, so they can get a little bit more exposure. Because one of the things I'm proud of is how talented these guys are, and I think a lot of times it gets lost with some of the music that's out there today. So these guys we're going to take a quick break, and during the break, we're going to have these guys play. It's an ode of theirs to another local artist that you know well, Rob Fahey. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
2, 4.
1956, when the DJ broke to play us something new. Hearts broke, hearts skipped, and we knew that this was made for me and you. Well, they told us he was lonely, he was speaking from the heart. But I was much too young to know it, but I knew it was love. I was raised on the radio, raised on the radio. I'm just an all-American boy. I got my favorite toy, Michelle. Lady Jane, yeah, I fell in love with girls I never knew. 'Cause I learned to play guitar while the other boys were busy learning math. But all the simplest equations never add up very far. My musical persuasions that meant reaching for the stars. We were raised on the radio, raised on the radio. I'm just an all-American boy. I got my favorite toy. I was raised on the radio. I was raised on the radio. Remember when times were bad? Love is all we need. Love is all we had. When the DJ broke to play us something new. Raised on the radio, raised on the radio. I'm just an all-American boy. I got my favorite toy. I was raised on the radio. I was raised on the radio. Just an all-American boy. I got my favorite toy. I was raised on the radio, raised on the radio. I was raised on the radio.
Raised on the radio. Great job, guys.
Rob
Thank
Fahey.
you.
I still love going out and seeing that guy. Every time I see him, it's like, wish I could be him.
Man.
He's so good.
Well, I asked him about the whole story behind Raised on the Radio, about how it was maybe going to be a Go-Go's song, and he said that's true, but he said the biggest flaw and why they didn't really get that lift in their careers the way they expected to from that song was that the video came out 2 years after the song.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And at that time, even Tom Petty was saying that the best radio station there was MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What a great song. Well, in my top 5 songs, that song is.
Yeah, every time I hear it, I think of Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool. So, yeah, it's got great memories for me as a kid. Awesome memories.
Can we cut to that and show a little clip from that, Ridgemont High? So talk about some of the things you guys do locally and some of the artists that you see locally that you think they might be onto something.
Oh, from an original standpoint, and I'm a little biased because I was in the band, but there's a heavy band called Silver Tongue. And those guys, they're
You are a metalhead.
yeah.
without a doubt, hands down, yeah. But those guys are great. And they've been pushing it for years. They're signed to like an indie label now, and they're putting out their third independent release, and they don't play around here very often, so I don't get to see them as much as I used to. But.
Talk about indie label, because me not being in the profession, when I hear indie label, I think of, okay, the guys got together in the garage and they made a recording, kind of like real earthy, really
So that's
not techno or anything.
Yeah, so that's what it used to be like.
Okay.
You know, the indie labels were for those bands. Like I mean, like
Grassroots stuff.
yeah, like if you go back to even like the late '80s, early '90s, when Seattle was just starting to really push up and the grunge scene was coming on. Sub Pop Records was a huge indie label, and the bands like Nirvana and like Soundgarden and all those guys were signed to those, and they were essentially garage band type bands, you know. And these indie labels gave these artists a chance to at least get a feel for what it's like to go into a studio and put out a product. And even though they don't have a lot of money to put behind it, it still gives you a nice product to shop around to major labels. I think the major label thing, he probably speak more to than I could because he was signed to one. But and nowadays, with the way the industry is, I mean, indie labels are all over the place because major labels are losing money on all the streaming and things like that. And of course, the illegal downloading is a horrible thing. But these independent labels, you know, while they don't have the money, give artists like Rob or I or like Silver Tongue, you know, a chance to at least put out a good product, you know, a little more than just your basic garage recording, to give to your fans and the people who love you, and the radio stations, and shop it around to major labels, you know. And like I think Taylor Swift was signed to was it Big Machine or whatever it was?
Yeah, Big Machine, right over there. But she came in with a lot of money.
Yeah,
obviously,
true.
so,
Yeah, I mean that comes into play too.
that always
Right.
plays
Yeah.
a big part.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the money comes first. You got a better chance of getting out there than
Yeah.
vice versa. But yeah, I mean they're very helpful to artists who, especially
Right.
younger artists who really want to try to do something with it. I mean, at this point, I'm way too old to worry about it. But
So you go from indie labels to record management and even band management. You do some of that yourself, Rob, with Starlight.
Yeah, we try to stay out of the band management world. Sometimes we coordinate them and we can offer advice, but I try to stay out of the management. I don't think we deal mostly in cover bands, so I think if a cover band needs some direction, they can figure that out on their own.
Right.
We can just kind of say, hey, here's what's working, but we do booking around town, and it's been good.
Starlight Entertainment.
Starley Entertainment, that's it. Yeah.
So you also had some experience in writing songs. I don't know if the two of you have written together or
We've
if-
never written together. All
no,
these years.
oddly enough.
I've known him for what, 20 years?
somewhere
18
15
years?
somewhere, yeah.
There's people watching out there now that are waiting for you
It's
to make
crazy.
that first.
and we
record
probably
together.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
maybe one day.
We'll talk about some of your experiences with writing songs.
Back in 05, 04, I picked up and went down to Nashville and started networking down there, and signed with this management company called Baldwin Entertainment. And my guy down there, his name was Will Smith, which is funny because it wasn't. I wish it was Will Smith. Things would have moved a lot quicker. But we went down, we recorded, we were shopping, we got turned down by every label. Every label in Nashville turned me down 10 times over. It was pretty disheartening. And then we recorded a song called White Picket Fence, and the keyboard player from Rascal Flatts, Howard, played on the track. So his iPod was sitting on the tour bus, and Joe Don from Rascal Flatts was scrolling through his iPod and found this song. So I get a phone call. Rascal Flatts wants to record the song. So it stayed on hold for a year and a half. And then they finally cut down to 13 songs, and it didn't make the record.
From how many?
They recorded 118 is what I was told. 118
one
songs for
record?
one record. And they cut down to 25, and when I got down to 25, they were cutting from 25 to 13, and I was just like, give them whatever they want. Give them songwriting credits. Give
Well,
them
maybe it'll appear on the Rascal Flatts anthology at some point in the
Probably
future.
not. Probably, I think it's dead in the water at this point. So
Well, let's bring it up from the water. Let's. Why don't you guys get ready and let's play this song? I'd love to hear it.
All right, man, let's do it.
All right.
place that I find peace. And I've had plenty of time to know which mistakes are mine. And hell, it's too late for you to go and change your mind. All your hopes and your dreams won't come true with me. 'Cause I'll be standing on the outside of your white picket fence life. 'Cause loving you ain't easy, it's too bad you're someone's wife. It's been 15 years or maybe more. Eyes are red, my heart's still sore. And I'll just stand on the outside of your white picket fence line. White picket fence line. Got your 9 to 5, husband and 2 kids. I've got nothing even close to that. I wish that I had his, but I can still remember the night our love bloomed. Sparks flew like 4th of July, and though it was mid-June, without a penny or a bread. Wish we could go back then. 'Cause I'll be standing on the outside of your white picket fence life. 'Cause loving you ain't easy, it's too bad you're someone's wife. It's been 15 years, maybe more. My eyes are red, my heart's still soaring. I'll just stand on the outside of your white picket fence line. And I'm standing on the outside of your white picket fence life. Loving you ain't easy, it's too bad you're not my wife. It's been 15 years, maybe more. Eyes are red, my heart's still soaring. I'll just stand on the outside of your white picket, standing on the outside of your white picket fence life. 'Cause loving you ain't easy, it's too bad you're someone's wife. It's been 15 years, maybe more. Eyes are red, my heart's still soaring. I'll just stand on the outside of your white picket fence line. White picket fence line. White picket fence line. Your white picket fence line.
This is the music of Fanimal on Fanimal Radio. My special guests today are Rob Byer and Denny Grace. And now we're going to get to the part of the show where we get to know you guys a little bit better.
Ooh.
And
Could be bad.
one way I think to get that started is by asking you what the most embarrassing song is on your iPod.
You go first.
Besides my own, I have to go with. I'll just play it, and you guys can judge for yourself. But
I hope when you guys do your song together, your lyrics are a little tighter than that.
Right?
those are well thought out. I don't know what your problem is. Tom.
What about you, Rob?
Oh gosh, Debbie Gibson.
What, this one?
I get lost in your eyes, and I feel my spirits rise, so like the wind. Is it love that I am in? Yeah, that's my most embarrassing one, probably.
Do you want to take this man card, or do you want me to?
No, I think it takes a man to admit that.
Great, such a great song, though. It is a great song.
It is a beautiful song. I'll give you that. For sure.
Ruthie, my wife, loves the Hallmark Channel.
Oh, see?
And Debbie
Debbie
Gibson's
on
making
there.
appearances
Yeah,
now on the
there you
Hallmark
go.
Channel.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what?
She's got Lyme's disease. Did you know that?
I did not
She's
know
got
that.
Lyme's disease. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why she's on the Hallmark Channel now. I don't know.
Well, she's a better actor than she is a singer.
Yeah. You know, she used to say she sings a little too Broadway for me now. Like she used to be very, I thought very poppy sounding. Now she did a stint in Broadway for a while, and now she sings a little too Broadway for me.
Yeah.
But I still love her.
Okay, I promise to let the audience get to know you a little bit
Edit this
more.
one out.
And we're not editing that out. It's got to keep her. So I want them to get to know you guys a little bit better. So I've got a little like word association, either or things. I'm going to ask the same of both of you. Start off with you, Rob. Orioles or Ravens?
Orioles are breaking my heart, but I love them. I just love the Orioles. I can't stand the organization. Orioles.
Yeah, I'm going with Orioles.
Orioles.
Yep.
Rock or country? I'll start with you.
Most certainly rock. Most certainly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kiss.
Yeah. Yep.
Metalhead.
Yep. Yeah, man.
I would have to say rock, especially like now because 80s hair band stuff was it for me. That was my thing.
Inner Harbor or Middle River?
Am I biking or swimming? Or boating?
Well, anything, right?
If I'm biking, I love biking around the harbor on the waterfront, but
Okay.
boat, obviously Middle River, and swimming Middle River. I don't want to swim in the harbor.
I think Middle River is a stretch for that too.
Back River.
Love it though. I'm Middle River for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna say
Nashville or
twice.
New Orleans?
I've never been to either, but I'm gonna go with Nashville.
Mine's definitely Nashville. I've never been to New Orleans anyway, so
Okay. Petty or Springsteen?
neither. John Bon Jovi. If I had to pick one, I'm picking Petty.
I'm going with Petty. So I got a lot of
Yeah.
friends aren't gonna like that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Springsteen,
hope-
I love his
He's a great writer.
storytelling too. When he, between songs, I love that when a guy can banter between songs, and he did that probably better than anyone to tell a story and set the tone for the song.
somewhere he's probably still talking.
I've got one more for you, but I want you to let our audience know where they can see you guys play, both as Kanye Twitty and Ready Set Go, or acoustically.
Well, we're playing acoustic next week at Hollywood Casino,
Yeah.
Perryville, 6 to 10, and then Kanye is playing at the Riverwatch on the 28th, on a Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we're doing like a harvest thingy, and then November 2nd, Ready Set Go plays at the Crazy Tuna right
Yeah.
next door.
Nice.
I'm just gonna camp out there.
Yeah. So,
Okay, last one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And don't say neither to this one, please. Lennon or McCartney?
ooh, that's easy for me.
Who?
Yeah.
Lennon or McCartney?
He's such a jealous guy.
For me, it's McCartney. I love it. The sense of melody and that pop. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely McCartney for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I'm a fab.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But of the two, I think that McCartney is the guy that kind of kept the Beatles together. Without him, they don't maybe not even do the White Album, Let It Be, or Abbey Road, and that's a lot of music right there.
Yeah, very true.
Let it
Very
be.
true.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites of all time for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're recording this on John Lennon's birthday. This would be his 78th birthday, believe that or not. He's been
Wow.
gone for 38 years.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So,
Wow. So
we're
maybe
gonna
we'll change it. Maybe
let-
with Lennon. No.
we're going to let these guys do one of the Lennon McCartney classics. So don't go away.